Salem, Salem, Shalom, Shalom. Welcome to Zen Music. This video is entitled Ordination. So the word ordination means order and of order, right? A way that was created for things to be. Ordination, right? Now I'm going to tie this into the word of the Most High. So I was just even on waking up, looking at my tablet, and I'm seeing like a thing called, just a heading. It said new STI, so a new sexually transmitted infection, sexually transmitted diseases. That has nothing to do about just sex, but I'm gonna break certain things down. So specifically speaking of sex, it's because people are not aligning themselves to the word of the Most High, right? So bad things happen, and people always have to say, "Oh, why me? And why does this have to happen? And what kind of God would let this happen to me?" You know what's funny? You can't blame the Most High for your inaction, for your inability to follow the word. The Most High is pure and true, just and almighty, and it's an amazement to think how people talk bad about him. I would never even talk bad about him. To speak on the things that I do not know, to speak on the things that are of the ancient times, that I might be blaspheming. I will not speak certain things. But these people all day long speak their minds of BS. And so when the time comes, you're going to be dealt with. You guys are not following the word of the Most High, and that's why bad things happen. Okay? So as far as, let's say, let's go back to the sexually transmitted issues. If there's a virgin, and then there's a man who never had sex with another woman, and they come together and unite and have sex and have the union, the marriage, and it's undefiled, and they just live all their lives having children, and do you think that they have any diseases? Do you think that they're transmitting anything? No, they're not, because that's in line with the word of the Most High. Who the Most High brings together, no man shall put asunder. But you have people in modern times, and maybe of course it's all through history anyways, that people sleeping around. So when you're sleeping, the next one, and the next one, you keep mingling the seed and all that weird bacteria, whatever, from different people. Of course you're going to get a disease. You keep mingling. You understand? That's against the word of the Most High. Speaking of, so what else? I mean, then they say, even in the book of Isaiah, it talks about the Lord controls the good and the evil, right? And so they say, oh, did the Lord create evil? No, but indirectly the Lord created all things. So then when evil came into existence because of what was created, it was the absence of his light, right? He created us, but we do evil, right? So then the Lord creates evil indirectly, and he controls the good and the evil. And that's really what that scripture is talking about. But people say, they always want to test the Most High. And it's so serious. It's so sad to hear that, because these people are putting their own souls in jeopardy and danger of being in punishment, because you're talking bad about, again, a higher being you never even seen. You never even been visited by. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is amazing. And people talking crazy on him, and you're not lined with the word of the Most High, and then bad things start happening. Why me? Why is this happening? Because you didn't listen. The Torah, we have the gospel that talked about the rich man who passed away and experienced like a bad place, and then he wanted to come back. He's like, well, please just let me go back because I want to tell my family. He's like, no, they're not going to believe a dead man. If they don't believe Moses and the prophets, they're not going to believe in a dead man coming back to life. They say, oh, you weren't dead. They won't believe it. You have to follow. It tells us Moses, the law, the prophets, the Most High, Yahusha. Simple, right? Ordination. Do things in order, and you'll find that your life will be peachy keen and blessed. You'll just find things line up, boom, boom, boom. It's not about the analytics of understanding everything, because you're not supposed to. It's just about obedience. So many times in the scripture it talks about be still and know the Most High. Exodus 14:14 talks about the Lord will fight for you, and you need to only be still. So what does he require from us? He requires obedience. He requires ordination, a thing. That's it. Be the child, and he's Abba, daddy. That's really what the word means, daddy. That's the real daddy. Don't twist it to no sexual fantasy, because that's how people are so tainted. No, he's the real daddy. Abba. Not to play no games. The Most High for real. I'm telling you, people in this time, they're retarded. People are messed up. Y'all are messed up. Y'all are crazy in your thinking. Y'all are going left. Y'all are going right. You're not staying on the straight, narrow path, the endurance path. Continue to the Most High. Everything in ordination. And then you see the blessings that keep boom, 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 keep hitting you when you in ordination, doing the right things. So anything you can think of, whatever you're trying to, your goals, your aspirations, go into the scriptures. Okay, if I want to get a house, what do I got to do? What's the best way about it? If I want to get a job, what's the best way about it? Apply yourself. Stop being a lazy, a gluttonous fool. You know, those are vices. This is destroying you. And then you say, why am I like this? I used to work security downtown Toronto. Work with a lot of homeless people, and you know, the you would think like they create excuses for themselves. They just think that they ain't shit, and they go on the street and you know, I spoke to this one guy. He always tried to better himself, and I always tried to encourage him. You know, like, oh, you're doing good. You want to see your family. You're trying to see your family, etc. Blah blah. But then the dude ends up dead or in jail or something. And literally, I think he ended up dead. You know, because they get back on the drugs. They're always in jail. They're always in trouble. They're drinking Listerine, and it's just crazy mess. Y'all are not focused on the truth. Y'all are playing games in this life, and so bad things are happening because you're not aligning yourself with ordination. You're so confused, and Satan's got you in a whirlwind of evolution and all this BS. And only for a short amount of time can you last that way. A lot of the people who are in the evolution, they're bought and paid for, man. All those scientists and shit. So it's not about, oh, if they're, you know, why they're staying around, because the Most High is keeping them for a time, just to deceive certain people. The scripture says, I'm going to send them a deception. I'm going to send them the delusion. So a lot of people fall for the delusion. A lot of people are already deceived. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is one. And if you do the right things, the blessing things will come. And the blessed things will happen. I actually also want to talk about a couple things, man. So what I just said is 100% facts. Prove it, right? Live your life. Follow the words in the scriptures. Apply that to your life and tell me that's not true. Tell me that that doesn't help you. It does. You can't deny the word. The word is one. You see me? The word is one. It's everything. Look at the universe in the background. One. That's the word. Align yourself, and things will go well for you and your family. Be of courage and know the Most High. Be strong. And live in ordination. Obedience. Follow Him. You see me? Straight. Now, actually, I want to talk about a couple things. So, also, to beware of spiritual vampires. And spiritual vampires come in many shapes and you know, in formats these days, right? But I mean, it's always been around. Nothing new under the sun, right? And well, I want to talk about that because, you know, we live in this time, especially we talk about Halloween coming up. The spiritual vampires. This is the time that we live. You know, people that claim to have the answers to life, but they don't really, and they don't proclaim the Mashiach, right? Yahushua HaMashiach. They don't proclaim the Son of the Most High. They just proclaim to have the answers. So I wrote a couple websites and companies. So Gaia Network, I don't know if you know about them. Mind Valley, these people. Major social media influencers like a Jay Shetty, these people. I'm not trying to 100% bash them. I think that for an extent, there's some bonus and benefit to what they speak. But I'm going to tell you right now, these are all spiritual vampires because they're not keeping you in line with the word. They're taking you left. They're taking you all the way left. Okay? And you're still left missing some shit. And you're confused. Again, spiritual vampirism that's a real thing. People trying to deceive you, man. You gotta wake up. I want to also say, yeah, I mean, in this life, there's two paths in the matrix, right? The matrix is the money path. So there's two ways. There's the money path, and then there's the higher path, or the peaceful path, which is the heavenly path, the word of the Most High's path. Like it says, you can only serve one master. You can't serve two. So choose this day who you will serve. Are you going to serve the Most High, or are you going to serve the world? You're going to serve mammon and money and greed. Money is a tool, necessity, used so that you can build the community of the word. That's it. That's what money's for. Bringing us together and building up. That's what money's for. It has nothing to do with anything else. Getting the car and the house, that doesn't mean shit if you lose yourself. That doesn't mean shit if you lose your family and friends. It doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit. Lastly, challenges exist so that we can become stronger as we overcome them. They're not meant to kill us, but to encourage us to be better. Just as the Bible records, we are all overcomers in the Lord, in the Mashiach, okay, in the Most High. So that's facts. All praise to Yahuwah Elohim. And okay, I guess I'll add this other part. I want to do separate videos, but I'm just gonna add all this stuff in. So weakness to strength. So this was about growing up with no father, and Yah turned my weakness into a strength. I never follow any man on earth because I came from a home where my father wasn't there for me as I grew up. And the Adon, the master, showed me independence and leadership. So never follow no man. Even the Antichrist is coming, and the Antichrist is a man. Don't worship no man. And man is so vainglory that he wants to worship himself. So that's why when a man comes and has the answers, they're going to worship him. Say, yes, he's God, blah, blah, blah. And watch, in Jerusalem, that's going to happen. In the temple of the Most High, and they're going to worship him. It's coming. All that stuff is coming. The word is not void. The word is true, and it takes its course. But all you have to do is live and see the word come to pass. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, this is Zenz. Shalom, shalom. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. But only the Kodashim. This is not for nobody else. This is not for the mocker and the scoffer. And you come with that BS comments on my video, block. Done. You're not coming on the page. As simple as that. You come with something positive, I'm going to keep you on the page. You come with some BS, you're not even, nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't deal with Satan. So, it is what it is. Shalom, shalom is Zenz music. And I'll catch you next time around. Peace.